Good morning, Boomers. My name is Marie, and I typically blog on WordPress as the Barefoot Boomer. All kinds of normal things about being a baby boomer: retirement, still working, traveling, having fun, dealing with family issues. But some things come up this month, the month of April. In fact, it came up on April 1st that quite surprised me. Never thought I would have been dealing with this. And I thought that it was compelling enough to do a vlog on to track my journey while I work through this, for not only myself but for other people who may find, startlingly enough, that they're dealing with the same thing. About a month and a half ago, I noticed a swollen lymph node on the right side of my neck. It had happened about a year and a half ago, came and went. The doctor that looked at it found it inconclusive, so he just said, well, let's just kind of wait and see. But a month and a half ago, the swollen gland came back with a vengeance and brought some friends with it. So I called my doctor and said, hey, it's back. Got an immediate referral back to ENT, to a different doctor because my previous one had retired, who did a CT scan on the morning of April 1st, and in the afternoon called me and said, I think we might have a problem. He told me at that time that he was pretty confident that I had what is called P16 positive squamous cell carcinoma. And you think of squamous cell carcinoma, you think of skin cancers, and this is not a skin cancer. It's actually a neck and throat cancer caused, and this is what surprised me, by HPV, human papilloma virus. You know, that stuff that they give, the vaccine that they give 12 to 18-year-olds to keep them from getting the virus, hopefully before they've had any kind of sexual interaction, to keep them from getting cancer. Well, as it turns out, over the last 10 or 15 years, there has been an increase in older adults, and we're talking a median age of about 53 to 58 years old, getting neck and throat cancers from carrying the HPV virus in their systems. Now, what I also learned is that we can carry this virus in our systems for decades. And if you got tested for it, it would never show. What I also learned is that 80% of adults will have had HPV virus at some point. Most times it goes away, sometimes it doesn't. The really nice thing is that, or I guess the positive thing, is that it is highly treatable, 90% success rate. Interesting fact is that it affects 75% men and about 25% women. Boy, aren't I the lucky one in the 25%. But it does require usually a combination of treatments, typically surgery to remove the lymph nodes and any masses that may be located, radiation, and chemotherapy. Now, what they found out after two CT scans, a fine needle biopsy, core biopsy, an ultrasound, and another core biopsy, is that the location of my lymph nodes and a small mass at the base of my tongue, because of its proximity to my vocal cords and the bone that holds your tongue, is that surgery is not, at this point, something that they want to consider because of the damage that it would do to my voice box. So we're going to try radiation, 35 sessions of radiation over a 7-week period, 7 weeks, 5 days a week, and 3 sessions of chemotherapy once every 3 weeks during the period of time that I'll be doing radiation. Quite a surprise. So the last 3.5 weeks have been spent with probably 5 or 6 up to 12 this last week, different kinds of doctor's appointments, different kinds of consultations with all kinds of different medical professionals. I not only have a radiation oncologist, but I also now have a chemo oncologist, a speech therapist, a dietitian, a social worker. Because of the damage that radiation does to your taste buds and your saliva glands and swelling and possible sores, I'm also looking at having to have a feeding tube installed to keep nutrition up, because typically what happens is you can't eat enough or drink enough nutrition with all the stuff that goes on in your throat to get in enough calories. Typically people will lose anywhere from 20 to 50 pounds during the course of radiation, which is kind of a scary thing. I can lose some weight, but that's not the way I wanted to go on a diet. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of scary things. I'm still learning a lot of things. But because it happens in our age group, I thought, you know, this is something that I think I would like to share with you. I've run across a couple of other vlogs, all men. Haven't found any women going through this, so I wanted to share with you. So that's where we're going. This is just my first entry. I'm hoping to add, you know, every 2 or 3 days as I go through the process, as I learn more things, as I find things that I want to share with you. Please make any comments if you have any questions. My email address is barefootboomertravels@gmail.com. If you have any questions or you'd like to make any comments that way, that's fine too. I look forward to, I guess that's the right word, sharing my journey with you, only because this is all new to me and surprising to other people, I'm sure. And if you're getting ready to face this journey, it's easier to face it, I think, you know, being able to share with somebody who's either going through it or has gone through it. So with that, I'll close out today, and hope you all are doing well in this COVID-19 shelter-in-place crisis, which is another whole ball of wax in the middle of all of this. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you stick around with me and follow my journey. I hope that it's helpful to you, and I'm sure that we'll talk again soon. Have a lovely Sunday, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.